Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Wednesday. It is a little bit past noontime, and that can only mean that it's time for some Generations Minecraft server. Today we are in the Generation 5 survival world, and as always, I'm always looking forward to being back here. I always like this. Looking forward. I always appreciate being back here. Let's switch over to the display scene right there. Here we are. Let's log on in. Hey there. We made some excellent progress. At least I felt we made some excellent progress the last time. We had gotten these window features into place. We've gotten the facades onto the apartments. I like this oh so much. Oh so very much. Now it was a matter, I think I was just going to, trying to remember where I left off with this, but I was going to put the oak trap doors in these windows here. So let's just throw those in there right now and see what they look like. It would be nice to get something else in there other than that. Let's take a look. Just to add some color, but let's see what happens. I'm probably going to go with the oak, but we'll see. I want to avoid the crimson and the acacia because, you know, they kind of look like jail cell bars. But you know what? Hey, the copper is actually a very strong possibility. We already have the tuff. We have the jungle wood, so the oxidized copper trapdoors. In fact, they might even be better for these interior ones. These exterior ones, sure, we can keep those the oak, but let's try the copper trapdoors. Let's go with that. The frames on them look very window-like, so I think they're good for this kind of application. Look at all those shards, man. I actually had a good time going around and collecting all of those. All right, we're going to have to make some of these. Let's take a look at what we have here. Copper. What do we need to make a... just the... Please. There we go. All right, so we need 6 ingots. But then we're going to have to oxidize them. So let me see. I think we need 2, 4, 6, 7. It looks like we need 8 of these. It looks like I need 8 of them. Yeah. Also, this is kind of bothering me a little bit. I think I've got a plan for that, but let's go with 8 of these, and then we'll see what happens. We'll oxidize them. For example, I can't make them out of this. I can't craft them out of this. I don't think I can. Like if I go over to here, right? I can't craft a trap door out of that. So, and you can't get oxidized ingots, so that means we have to build the trap doors and then oxidize them. Now I could just get some cut copper. Where do I have that stuff? I just saw it over here. Well, I suppose this is all waxed cut copper, so there is that. I think if I put it in here, I can get ingots back. Can I? No. Apparently not. All right. So we need to go fetch some ingots. That's not a problem. I mean, on this server, it's never a problem. There he is. Welcome on in, Sage. How you doing over there today? You all should be able to see the auto shout out for the one and only Real Foolish Sage. Sage, I think you're going to really enjoy Buffooncraft stream on Friday. I'm just saying. You and the viewers alike. I can think of one person who's probably not going to enjoy it so much, but I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just on the main server obliterating Partial Mountain. I think you mean partial, right? With a T. I wouldn't say it's revenge. I would just say that it's maybe a mischievous upcompense. Revenge sounds so harsh. I'll tell you what. Let's fly over to the Copper Farm. I haven't done that in quite some time, and I really love that place. I just have to remember how to get there. Is that south or north from here? I forget. What server am I on? Now, I haven't AFK'd said Copper Farm, so we're going to have to hang out there for a little bit. Oh, I will. In fact, I won't have to aim anything. You have a plot in need of a target. Do we discuss that here, or maybe in the DMs? See, there's something in the Buffooncraft server that's preventing me from getting this kind of a sky, where I have the haze of the sky blends right down to the horizon. There's something preventing that, and I don't know what it is. Maybe in the DMs. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to give it away, right? Let's see. I want to raise the cloud level, though. Video settings. Full screen. I might be able to do that. Relay corner. Cloud height. Here we go. Yeah, I just maxed the cloud height right up there. Done. 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 Yeah, see, I like that better. But see how the sky then blends down to that out on the horizon? Yeah, I can't do that on Buffooncraft. I don't know why. Oh, look. Nice try, buddy. Nice try. All right. Let's do a little bit of this stuff. I think... Good Lord, we've only been here for a few scant minutes, and it's already full. Okay, we can break that down into ingots. We shouldn't need a lot of ingots, maybe a couple of stacks. All I know is that we'll require a staging area, a decent amount of effort, and a decent chance of unintentional death. Sounds... Oh, dude, I'm totally in. But the result should be funny for us while being mildly annoying for said target. You know, I'm currently engaged in that kind of activity right now, as a matter of... Well, I wouldn't say right now, but on the Buffooncraft server, yeah. I think you're going to like what you see on Friday. I think you're going to like that. Now see, I have it auto-crafting into the copper blocks first, and then the overflow goes to ingots. So we're not going to see anything in here until the auto-crafter fills up, right? And you have to remember, it's on average, 17 ingots per 100 drown. So yeah, this is not the best source of copper. But for ingots, yeah, for ingots, you're kind of stuck, you know? You're probably better off, from what I understand, going to the dripstone caves, mining the ore and smelting it. That's the better way to go. I think you get more copper ore deposits in the dripstone caves, and they're easier to see. So let's do the sleeping thing. Yeah. Very, I would say that is a sound conjecture. This is probably enough. It's just, you know, you have to remember we need 6 per trapdoor. This was really hard to make as far as getting the water feature to work the way it does. But this is a really cool farm. Even if its copper output is quite low, it's also a really good XP farm. It's a better XP farm than it is a copper farm. And then as far as, you know, tridents and nautiluses are concerned, it's way overpowered for those. It's just not a very good source of copper. I mean, look at these dudes. So while we're here getting a little bit of copper, we may as well repair a few of the tools while we're at it. Let's see. It does have mending on it. Good. I always say it whenever I'm on here, but I love being on this server. Generations is just the best. It is a little discouraging when I see videos of people who say, you know, hey, you know, this is year 3 of my Forever World, and it's just incredibly spectacular. And then I look around, I'm on year 5 of this world, and it's like a whole bunch of half-finished junk. It is a little discouraging, but like I say, I only play this 2 hours every other week. I'm hardly ever on here off camera. So and I've been pouring so much, I had been pouring so much into Skies that It feels nice now that that's wrapped up. Even though I would have preferred to have a finished build for Skies, that would have been better. I really, really am disappointed in myself that I wasn't able to finish that build. I really hate leaving a half-finished build nowadays. So I'm going to have to think about the next... If we do a Buffoon Skies 3, I'm going to have to think real carefully about that. They're still trying. I think it's funny that they can see me through the tinted glass. I didn't think that they'd be able to do that. Comparison is a thief of joy. Yes, you're right. Okay. That's good enough. Oh, let's repair this. Done. Oh, I'm really, really close to the opening so they can see me through here. That's where those are coming from. Yeah, see, they're trying real hard. All right. I'm not going to go through the nether on the way back. I just want to go fly over the map because I miss this place. And I just love the terrain generation. And I love seeing Kachi and Biggoty's builds from when they were little dudes on here. Like that. And that. And that. Then over here is where we had the old drowned farm, our first drowned farm. It was right here before I tore it down and cleaned it up. I meant to do this on the way out. The thing that made this drowned farm particularly difficult was getting this column of water to behave the way it does. But it's just so much fun to do that. And just to fly right through it. It's dangerous. Dangerous as all heck. But just having an open column of water, and those are source blocks, by the way, because you need to have the bubble columns. So to get source blocks to conform to that shape there was a trick to it. It was cool to do. What I would like to do is finish up this around this build so it looks like a finished build. Wow, here's where a lot of my shulkers have gone. Look at this. Look at all the copper I have here. I should bring that home. Look, we already have the waxed copper trapdoors already made. Let's see if we have some oxidized ones. So far it looks like a no. NFW. Okay. Yeah, this looks really cool. I really like how this looks. I just have to finish the rest of this, but this hallway looks really awesome. And of course, it wouldn't be a Thunderhand build without a proper Bubble Vader. And there's the portal stop. And then here's the AFK level. I really love that build. There's a lot of knowledge from Buffooncraft that has found its way over there. I tell you, you hang out with those 10 or so people and you learn so much from them. This is what I love about this map. Look at this mountain, man. This thing is so magnificent. Oh, it's a goat! It's a couple of goats. Look at this little seaside village here on the rugged coast. Look at that mountain there. You've got another mountain right there. And then over here you have the historical site, the historical land preserve. This is where we first started out on the server, right here. Of course, one of my favorite builds of all time, right there. Thing is so cool. Unscheduled server tour, everyone. Then we have the Apiary Isle, which is... Here is a lot of Buffooncraft knowledge right there. A lot of stuff I learned from Nova and Nebs and Cheska and all of those decorative builders. Then here we are, home sweet home. We have the Mushroom Island Wildlife Preserve right here. And then we have our next project right there, moving that over to there. Oh, Mom, I'm home. Yeah. All right, so we need to oxidize at least 8 doors to start. Let us do something like this. All right, we'll come over to here. There we go. We'll do a few extras. What are you doing here? So the idea is they're supposed... Hey, dude. They're supposed to oxidize faster if they're within 4 blocks of each other or 4 blocks apart. We only have 3 left. Let's go for it. San Su. There we go. So these should oxidize soon, hopefully. There we go. Okay, so we're going to swap out these windows with those copper windows just to see what they look like. And, you know, I wonder if I've already tried that. That's iron. Oh, the pale oak. Yeah, can't use pale oak for those. Warped would look kind of interesting. But then again, you know, crimson looks too much. Jungle, I already have jungle trapdoors here. That's enough. Against the jungle wood too. But the warped trapdoors would probably look kind of cool. In fact, we might have some here we can try out. Well, we have the warped wood right there. Yeah, okay. Trapdoors, they just look like that. So I think copper is going to look better for this. Oh, wait a minute. we can't do that. We can't do that down here. We can do that up there though. But it's the way I arranged these. So that's a bottom slab. I mean, that's a top slab there, so we can't suspend a trapdoor from a top slab. So you can see where they don't line up. Right? Now, what could happen is you could do something. That gives me an idea. You could do something like that. So you get that effect out here. Not sure I really care for that. But that's cool because that's a solution to that problem. Maybe I don't really care for the way it looks there, but that one's not so bad, but now I'm going to try the Junglewood ones. I know it's going to suck, but let's just try it anyway. Oh, plus we need to do mangrove as well, right? We need to try that. Mangrove I haven't thought of, but mangrove has kind of like that circular hole in the middle. I don't think that's going to look that cool. This here is pretty much a foregone conclusion, but you know, it's Junglewood on Junglewood. It's got those features in the middle. It's not as cool. I don't think it is. But, you know, sometimes you have to try things. But I like the idea of putting it behind that to fill up that space. That's a cool idea. The only thing is it kind of sucks for whatever we're going to put on the inside here. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Trying to think of other blocks that can work there. Like you could do something like put a door there maybe, right? Which kind of silly, but also kind of not silly. If I put the door down here, then we'll only get the top of the door and we won't get that. Yeah, that's stupid. Let's not do that. But sometimes you have to give stupid a chance. You know what I mean? Believe me, I'd be nowhere after 62 years if that weren't my common theme across my lifetime. Gotta give stupid a chance. That should be clipped, really. Sometimes you gotta give stupid a chance. Yeah, well, here's some of the copper trap doors, so we can try it out. That's not so bad. Now you got to picture those when they're oxidized. Somehow I feel it would be better vertically if we could somehow, but I know we can't, so that's not so bad. That is not so bad. I just don't like the amount of space that it takes up in here, but maybe we can do something about that. I don't think there's anything else that we can do in here, like item frames. I really don't. Excuse me, it's dry here. Air is very dry here these days. Not so much in the morning, but late afternoon when the fog burns off. What was I thinking? Well, let's do the sleeping thing. Now this is kind of tough where the bedrooms don't have a window to the outside, but maybe that'll help, like right there. Like even if you don't have this window here, because look, you have the staircase here, so there's not really much you can do about it anyway, right? You can't really put too much on that wall. So maybe this is a good thing. Let's see what it looks like from the outside. You know, it kind of lines up nice there too, right? Now, I don't think we have to go as far as putting these oak trapdoor windows there, but we could put the tinted glass there. I'm glad I thought of that. Because, you know, we're here and it's kind of claustrophobic, and I was thinking, boy, it would be nice if we could put a window in this wall so, you know, the folks can see outside from their bedroom, you know, but then I'm thinking, no, I don't want to break up that pattern. But then it's like, oh, well, you know what? We could do something with that wall like that. And already, you know, it makes the room brighter and stuff. Yeah, let's go around. Let's knock these in. And then we'll use the stained glass. Let me see. That side is done. Let's do this side here. Happy little accident right there. Kind of giving in to the Bob Ross comparisons, even though I'm nothing like that dude at all. Let's see. We can do that. Then I should have some glass. Is it over here? Over here. Ah, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. I do like this. I really like that. Now I'm thinking maybe I should put a more decorative window there than just a pane of glass, right? But then again, I don't want to block the outside too much. Also, you know, maybe the dark glass is a little too much there. Like maybe the white glass would be better there. I don't want to use the clear glass because it's just too toony looking sometimes. Oh, we have the light gray too. Let's look at the light gray, and let's look at the I think the white might be a little too much because we're already on a white wall. But that's, you know, that's not bad. But it kind of looks like there's nothing there at all. I don't know. We might have to go decorative with the window. I don't want to, but again, nothing there at all. So I was using the black stained glass at first, and then I used light gray and white. But let's try. See, that's black stained, that's light gray. Let's just try regular gray. If I have any. And I forget, can we just straight up dye window panes? Yeah, we can. Okay, that's better. So let's get some white dye. Because maybe we can just get some gray and then not... And maybe that'll be like a happy compromise. All right, I'll make the dye. Ugh. I think they go around it like that. We can try that. Maybe that's a happy medium. I don't know. What do you think? Does it still look kind of gloomy, like it's rainy and overcast outside? You know, that's not so bad. Hey, buddy. I need to borrow you for a moment. Sorry. Then that would be oxidized. Thing is, should I have it recessed or not? Like, which side should take the recessed side? Thing we have to consider is, where are we going to be looking at this the most? From the inside or the outside? And it's going to be from the outside, folks. We're not going to be in here that often. So I think we should leave it like this. But we'll use the oxidized ones instead. So how are those coming along? They're taking their sweet time. I wonder if I have any more of those laying a boot. I don't think I do. Let's just check the depot very quickly while I think of other things to do. It's not like I don't have anything to do. I have tons to do. But we can think on what we would like to work here. Right. I also don't think we need this many pearls in our inventory. You know, I don't think we're going to have much in the way of copper trap doors down here that are already oxidized. I don't think we're going to have that. I think I brought almost everything up with me. If we do have anything, it's going to be in this area down here. So I was watching Flying Villager, fellow buffoon Flying Villager's stream yesterday, and he was building a copper golem sorting system. And I've been thinking about that for a while, and yeah, I might be doing that quite soon. Either Buffooncraft or in here or both. Yeah, I don't think we have any. But, you know, it's worth a check. I mean, the last place I used them was over at the copper farm, which makes sense, right? So, and we were just over there, and we took away everything we had from there. So I'm thinking I might have a little bit of copper here from the... Most of these chests and stuff are from the apiary isle with the bee farm, the honey farm. And this beeth a no-go. No copper items there. That's fine. Look at this place at night. It's absolutely glorious. I'll tell you, I am quite excited about the prospect of finishing this place up here. This is going to be fun. Here we go. See how nice it is to have those windows there? I don't know what I would put up here. Across here, I might put more of that kind of block. So we can go finish up some of that kind of detailing. Let's do that. Because that's easy, right? We don't have to think too hard about that. And again, any progress is good progress, so... Where is all of that tough stuff? PMOS block. Chiseled tough bricks. Now, are these the tough bricks or are these the chiseled tough? Oh, that's what I need right there. All right, let's put those in the offhand. And then we'll go a boot with the shovel. Right there. So I can just go around like this. There we go. Now I don't know what's in those. I mean, I could put more jungle wood in there, but doesn't seem necessary. And then along here, I think I can just install those. But I don't know. I think that should just be jungle wood. So I'm thinking jungle wood right here and there and there. There we go. We got that. Got it. All right, let's get some jungle wood planks and we'll fill in there too. Right there. No, I clearly... What? Why didn't it pull that up in my inventory when I did scroll wheel button? Why? Okay, so that's going to be kind of like that. I mean, I could just continue this over or put the copper there. But I don't know, just anything I can get for height, just to open this room up. I may have to AFK here to oxidize those trapdoors. No, that's not what I did. Bubba. I did that. And technically we don't need to fill that one in. We can leave that one dirt. We can do that. So we wind up with this kind of thing. That's good. On to the next. Okay. There we go. See? That's how the selection's supposed to work. Just like that. Please just Minecraft. If you could just Minecraft, that would be great. Like that. There we go. right, this one's been completed. That one's been completed. This one's been completed, so this is the last one over here. This one is completed, but not the way in which we wanted. I think we wanted to do that, and then this. There we go. Like that. This is all set. Okay, we're good there. And then I recalled. Then I recalled I wanted to try something maybe like this. I don't want a door here, and I don't want this closed, but I do want something kind of decorative there. So I was thinking the slabs, like, because that's too much, right? But what if? That's horrible. Yeah, let's not. Okay, let's just go back to what we had. So let's just keep that for now. Yeah, let's never do that again. One of the other things I wanted to start to work on were these staircases right in here. One of the things I like doing is having the spruce staircases and putting the barrels underneath. But I don't think I'm going to quite do that this time. Because the idea is these are little apartments, and that's what they are. So up here would be like the sleeping quarters and maybe some storage. And then down here, maybe some bathroom facilities. And then down here would be like a little kitchenette and a sitting area down here. Again, we need the trapdoors to keep these dudes in here. So there is that. Also, they need to path up to their beds. I think they'll be able to do it here. I think so. Let's get some spruce stairs and let's get started with that. I should leave these open for now. Let's see if I have any spruce here. I think I might. There's some dark oak. That would be a no. A solid no there. We might have to fly down to the depot and go get some. Yeah. How are we doing for time here? We have 3 minutes until the break. That's going to have to be moved soon. In fact, I'm kind of in a toss-up between the mob farm and the iron farm. Which one will be next? The mob farm might be faster. Might be faster. Spruce planks. Any spruce stairs? Or any more spruce planks? Slabs. Anyone want slabs? Coarse dirt. All right, I think I have enough to do what I want to do. Oh no, I'm not going to make it. Oh, just short. that's okay. We have a means of conveyance here. I think we're going to be okay here. Just doing a little something, something. See, right here is where I don't know if this, well, that's definitely going to mess them up. See, I don't know if that's going to mess up the villagers. See, because we can't do that. So we might actually have to pull the staircase over by 1 block. How did I do this before? I just did that. But there's 2 stair blocks there, and I only have 1 stair block here. So I need another one right there, I think. So I think it needs to do... Papa, please. Please. If you could just remember how to Minecraft, that would be handy. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do right there. Okay, this I don't like so much though because it's gonna block up that window, I'm thinking. See? See what I mean? And even though this misses this window, see what the stair unit does to that stair unit? And then we would then need a slab right there so we could do the stairs on the way up. And then this one's even missing a stair here. We would still need something like this or another oak stair like that to get that looking like that. See what I mean? Yeah, it's not cool. See how uncool that is? Yeah, we need a slab right here, and it's going to throw that off and stuff. Yeah. All right, so we need to... This is good. Now we have something that we can focus on. We need to do something about these stairs. All right. What am I trying to do? That. We're going to take a short break, 3 minutes. We're going to run some ads. We will be right back. Hey there, welcome back. We had a package delivery. I had to take care of that in the front door. Okay, but we're back now. Restart the playlist and display scene right over here. We'll do that. Oh, can we have some moderation to do, people? Bye-bye. There we are. So also bring the camera up a little bit. Actually, point the camera down to bring the image, this image, up. It's an inverse effect. It's you know. Okay. Oh, it sounds like it's raining on Mushroom Island Central. Can we sleep it off? I don't think so. No, we cannot. You know, I'm thinking rain or certain biomes should accelerate oxidation. I really do. I just feel that should be a thing. Where's Flying Villager? That sounds like a Flying Villager rant incoming. See? It's like they've taken... Oh, these better not be waxed. They can't be. Are they? Bubba, please. You know what really kills productivity? Stupidity. Yeah, it's not productive. It's not. It really throws a wrench into the whole works. Okay, I think we'll get better results. All right, now we're going to have to see what happens here with the stair. So we're going to have to figure out some sort of stairway up here. So here's what I was thinking originally, would be to do something like this, right? And then we could go from there up, but we get that problem again, right? Now, the other problem is if I put like maybe this, I was thinking something like this, and then a couple of slabs like that. So, I forget how to do slabs. Brain, please. Oh, like that. There we go. Now, this takes up a little too much space for me. And we still get that kind of issue with the window. The thing of it is, I don't think there's any way I can really do... Wow. Okay. Please. Brain, if you could start braining, that would be so helpful right now. See, if I do something like this, yeah. See, that right there is a bit of a problem. See, I don't think villagers can handle that. As far as pathing and stuff is concerned. See, the whole thing is thrown right off. One thing we can do, we can just use slabs all the way up. There is that option. But see, we run into that issue. So this slab would have to, in order to avoid the window entirely, that slab would have to start there, which, wow, that's asking a lot. And then we have the deal where we're dealing with this window, right? See what I mean? Jelly bean. Yeah, we have some kind of deal like that, which is not ideal. So we have to work within what we have here. And again, you know, you could put a ladder there, but you know, the idea is that the villagers are able to deal with this. And either way, it's going to be hard to do. And, you know, I really don't want to put anything along here and block out those windows. This is really the wall for that. Just doesn't leave us with a whole lot of options. Like, one of the things is, you know, you can start the staircase here. I mean, you know what I mean? There are options to do things like this. I'm not too crazy about them, but the other thing is you could possibly take it from this side and bring it straight down. That's often a bit of a problem in itself. Because now you're dealing with two windows instead of one. I'll show you what I mean. And then see, now you've got the stair here and it's going to mess this up. Watch. See? Please stop doing that. Please. Please, just... Please just try to be cool, all right? Just... I know I'm asking a lot. Shouldn't be. See what it does there. So I'm thinking bring the staircase down. But see, the other thing is we want... What I would like is to have this wall to put all kinds of cool things up against this wall. Maybe the staircase could go on this side. Like we could do this kind of a thing with it. Or no, we can't. I don't know why I'm not seeing how this. It's this turn right here that messes things up. Right? See, everything's fine except that. There's just no decent way around that. I don't need those on. Okay. How do we deal with this? Slab, slab, slab. No. Stop doing that kind of stuff, please. And do you see where this leads into this kind of an issue? See what I mean, Jelly Bean? You get that kind of thing. Plus, the staircase takes up the entire wall, and we want to put things up against the wall. Again, there's all kinds of things that we can use here, but I want the villagers to be able to get up and down from their little bedrooms here. And right now they can't. They can't do that. Did they get rid of the mechanic where villagers can climb on ladders? Because I remember that being a thing. I remember that being a thing. I mean, if that's a thing still. Yes, villagers in Minecraft Java 121.1 plus can climb ladders, but only if they are pushed or forced into them. Yeah, that's not what we're looking into. How do we do this? What if we go up this way and turn that way? Or up this way and turn that way. For example, and then turn here. It still blocks the window, though. I mean, right? I mean, you get that now. That's not fun. It's not fun, people. You could do that, but see, it kind of blocks the window still, right? Then right, I mean, that's really close. The other thing would be like that, maybe. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Not that way. Not in that general direction. You need that. Now, the further this way we go with it, excuse me, the more we can bring it down, but oh, for God's sake, please. I think that we would need and we'd have to fix that clearly. Yeah, but see, we run into that issue again, where we're actually blocking the window. The only way around it, I feel, is to do something like that. You know, you get something like that, we're blocking the window again, right? If I did something like this, and then got that stair there, see, it's the same issue, right? I mean, see, you get that kind of a thing. That's not going to help anyone. Wow, this is a difficult. It's a difficult thing to do. I mean, the quarters are so tight on this. Yeah, the thing is, we have this wall, this whole system here. We have that there, and we have all of this here. So it really blocks out a lot of stair configurations like this. Yeah, this is very hard to do. Um, yeah, in each of these corners, we really only have well, we got nothing going there. Here we have 1, 2, and then there. Here we have 1, 2, and there. So that's about all we really have. Yeah, we can't come up with anything for that corner. I mean, here I can only get that kind of elevation there without clipping the window. And I could condense that to one block with just a good old stair unit like that. But see, then we need to make the turn. That's where we need that. And here's where the problems all begin, right? I can't go this way with it, and I can't go that way with it. So what do I do? um, See, I can't even do anything like that, really. See what I mean? I can't really... Because I can't get from out under that. Then we would need what? Something like this. And then at least something like that. And then we have this problem. So... Now... Yeah, wow, this staircase is just so much tighter than I thought. I thought I'd be able to work out something for this. Thing is, this is on the evens, but, you know, it's like making this 5 wide is too wide, I think. This will go to here, that'll go to there, and it'll eliminate a lot of that hallway. So I like these dimensions. It's just... I can't access One of the other things that's bothering me is the shulkers being in the way. We're going to need to get rid of these chests too. So let's just line these up right along the side here. There we go. We're going to need some more shulkers here quite soon. Take that out at these two. So I'm going to line that up there. I'm going to put this here. There we go. We'll try to make ourselves some room here. Since we're working on interiors now, but now we just have these chests with which we need to deal. So this would be easily 2, 4, maybe 6 shulkers to empty that out. And I would like to get rid of the chests and put them in shulkers. It's just easier to work. So we'll go grab some more shulkers from somewhere. Not from our inventory, I'll tell you what. But there were a lot of shulkers left over at the copper farm, right? Oh, look. Hey, now we're making some progress. All right. Copper farm, right? Huck. So we're going to need about 6 shulkers. 6 shulkers. I don't know why I'm saving all this kelp. I certainly don't need it. See if we can dump off any of this stuff at all here. We have recovered 2 shulkers. that's going to be a tough one. Let's get some wood for some double chests. I can see some logs there, but if I could get some planks. I guess not. All right. Because, you know, I'm just increasing the inventory when I really don't need to be doing that. This is what I'm talking about, like right here. I know I'm making a lot of chests here, but I do so because I can, people, because I can. Come on, come on. Let's keep those here for right now. Three shulkers freed up. We're about halfway there, people. Okay, good. Right. 2 more to go. I was wondering why I had so much amethyst here, and then I'm thinking, tinted glass, Thunder. You built nearly the entire farm out of tinted glass. I'm going to bring that stuff back with me. So we'll bring this one back as is. Good, good. Right, and there we go. We have what we need, people. We have what we need. What am I doing for time? I'm doing such for time that I am not going to fly overland back. I am going to take the portal. I love this farm. Okay. Look at this place. It's so glorious. I guess I'm going to have to keep doing this each time. Each time I need to sleep. Okay. So the idea was to get a bunch of shulkers so we can get rid of those chests right there. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, that looks like copper things. These look like woody bits. For the most part. Let's get in here. We'll do some of those. Yeah, there we go. Nice. That way we have this freed up. Oh, we have so much stuff in these. Oh my Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. Get that right there. Get some more wood over here, like that. Okay. I'll take those back. Flint and steel. Let's put this. Let's try to find a home for these. There should be like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this, right? Let's get that out of there. Put like some natural things in there, right? Okay. Maybe some basalt. And some tuff there or whatever. Yeah. We got some wood here. I thought there was some like natural things. Right. Let's get the deep slate and the stone out of there. Let's get the dirt out of here, and we'll put the deep slate back in there. Let's get another shulker full of dirt. Okay, we're doing well here. Chest. We will put the chest stuff right in there for now. And what do I have in these? Oh my god. I feel like these shulkers are going to fill up very, very fast. Any copper stuff? I think not. Plenty of woody bits, though. Then we have this warped stuff. I'm not sure it should go in there, but we have kind of like a miscellaneous drawer here. A lot of sea lanterns. What was the leather for? Probably for the item frames, right? Okay. Put all the dirt in there. More woody bits right in here. We have like our miscellaneous junk stuff. Honey's gonna go with the copper stuff, I think. We also have another wood shulker over here somewhere, right? Maybe over here? Wow. All right. Any overflow will go into there. Like this. I think we have a glass shulker, right? But it doesn't look like I have any more room for dye in here. Maybe I could go over there. Some tough over in here. I thought we had some like deep slate. Yeah, right there. Right. Cool. And we have about 4 more minutes left of the stream. All right, I don't think we have a shulker just for tough, so I think we're in trouble here. I really don't think I have a shulker in which I can just place this stuff. I might need to get another shulker. We do have this one here, though. That cat is driving me bananas. Putty, please. Miscellaneous junk. We have the tough over here. I don't know if they'll be able to fit this in. I don't think so. Don't. I don't like doing that, but we don't have much of a choice. See if this will fit. No, it does not. Okay. We're very, very nearly at the end of the stream right now anyway, so but this is open now. We can work on staircases. How am I going to do that? That's going to be so hard to do. This is indeed challenging. See, here's the issue here, right? You get that. I mean, they can do that. We can do that, but I don't think that they'll path. See, but we're blocking the window again. Yeah. Not cool. Or, right? Yeah, it's just a little too tight in here. Yeah, then we have no place to go. But this is blocking that window again. Because we almost have it here, if you think about it. Right? But we're blocking that window. It's just a half a block off, too. Yeah, that would... See? So troublesome, but we are out of time. We need to wrap up our stream here. I'll just have to think about this. It might wind up being something like... It might wind up being something... You know, I'd really hate to do that. But then this would have to carry over to here so we can turn like that. So you can see what happens here. And then up to there, right? I mean, that's, you have to deal with that. There's really no good way to do that. This takes up more than half, exactly half of that wall, and blocks the window. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, so let's see if there's anybody to whom we can raid out. Wow, I'm having so much trouble typing right now. Okay. Where am I here? Oh, Boakars is streaming right now. And I don't get to raid him that often. Okay, let's do this. There we go. You should be able to see the raid message above in the chat. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you'd like to join us along on this raid. Let's set up the raid itself. There we go. Okay, so the raid is now counting down for our good friend, fellow Minecrafter, Boakars. Family-friendly viewers, be advised that his stream is intended for mature audiences, although I really don't hear too much of that in his streams. But it might pop up here and there. But he's a super cool guy. We have a lot of shared community, so chances are you'll see somebody in there that you know. Just remember, everybody, that we do this generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be from Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Buffooncraft SMP Season 6. Ooh, do we have some stuff planned for that? And then the stream after that should be Sunday 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see if Kachi's up to streaming. He wasn't last Sunday, so we'll see what's going on this Sunday. The weeks following, Kachi doesn't have any more conservatory. He's finished with that, so just regular school hours, early release every day. So maybe Kachi will feel more up to streaming after that. Everyone, thanks for joining me today. It was really, really cool having you guys here. It was a fun little stream. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your evening, your morning, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time we are raiding out to Boakars right now. Bye for now, everyone.